Hi, Tire Squealers. This is Phil Weeman,
And Brian Henry.
Roadhog Productions. We have wrapped up another Tire Squeal, our 5th year with the Tire Squeal 2023. Can you believe?
5 years?
5 years.
Wow, Phil. Time flies when you're big.
When you're yes, it is. In big years, that's actually more, but in regular years, that was 5. So let's talk a little bit about the 2023 Tire Squeal, kind of by the numbers. So we had 111 entries this year, pretty good. But more importantly, and the whole reason we do this is for the charity aspect. As you know, we have partnered with Gleaners Food Bank all 5 years, and this year we had a total of $8,454 donated to Gleaners.
And those are all from the registrants, right, Phil?
That is correct. Plus, there were a couple other people that didn't register that donated as well, but we count that as well because they didn't really want to run, but they did want to help.
And some of the sponsors made donations too.
Absolutely. So fantastic. And more interesting is the total. If you look over the whole 5 years, we have gotten over $52,000 in donations that went to Gleaners. And Gleaners actually is not just the Marion County area. It spreads out across the surrounding counties, including the ones that the Tire Squeal runs in, it's called the Feeding Indiana's Hungry Network. And anyway, so some of that goes out to surrounding counties, just helping anybody that's in need. So we're very proud of that, but we're also very thankful for you, the Tire Squeal participants who have made those donations.
And I think, Phil, another important aspect too is the amount of dollars doesn't equate to just meals per person, right? The buying power of Gleaners for us donating, I believe, is about 4 people for every dollar it breaks down to. So
it's really incredible with their buying power.
So for us, the donations, raising $50,000 has helped essentially thousands of families.
Right, and so you can just multiply that 50,000 by minimum 4. It's more like 8. It's a huge number of meals.
Huge thanks to all of our participants and sponsors for continuing to make this happen.
Yeah. So thanks again. So let's jump into the scoring a little bit.
All right.
So as always, the special bonus points weighed in very heavily this year. This year we did some more riddles. We did them because they're wonderful.
And thank you for your time putting those riddles together, Phil.
Yeah, and actually thank the participants for actually getting them solved. I think they were maybe a little easier this year. Most people did pretty well with them. But if you didn't do the riddles, you lost out on a lot of points. And again, that made an enormous difference in the scoring. Same with the Tire Squeal logo or event logo somewhere on your car. Not that many people took advantage of that, but that was worth $200. I think we only had about 20 people that...
$200 or 200 points?
200 points.
Oh, well, I was going to say, I'll start putting one of those logos in my car, Phil.
I keep one on mine all the time, just mostly because it's...
You're a supporter.
Unbelievably cool to have one. So let's go through the riddles. I know you guys have wondered whether you got the riddles right and scored those points. So the first riddle, and 38 people got that right.
That's a pretty good number out of 111, Phil.
Yeah, and when I say that, there probably was only maybe 45 to 50 people, I don't have the total count, that even played the riddle game at all. So it's a pretty high number got the first one.
So what you're saying is it wasn't as hard as the first year of the riddles that you put together.
I think not, yes. So the first one, 38 got right, was the Williams Dam fishing area. And it was the generic area, which I counted the fishing parking lot, the mill that's there. There's a little bait and tackle shop right across the road. It was right in that little intersection there, was close enough. And I gave anybody credit that got into that intersection. So good job. Some pretty cool pictures, especially of the old mill, which not that many people probably even know why that dam was there and what that old mill used to do. Second place, and most people got this one correct too. It's Walmart in the big burg of Gnawbone, Indiana.
Phil, I've eaten there a few times.
I've been in there to eat, but I came back empty, but I have put fuel in there.
Have you?
Yeah, it is. So anyway, 37 people got that correct. The one that was probably the hardest out of the bunch, because only 24 people got it right, was Revere's Food and Fuel. And I've already put a couple pictures of it up on the the website so you can see it. A lot of people actually chose, and I believe the whole mini club kind of went in that direction, chose the what was also, I believe, POI number 7, which is the Pinewood Village little shopping area. That was not it. Yeah, Revere's, if you look at the way the riddle reads, listen, my children, that's the Paul Revere's ride. And the mobile feast, they sell mobile gas. But good to everybody who gave that one a shot, but I think most people got that one.
So that was the hardest one this year?
I think so, since we got...
By the numbers.
Yeah, by the numbers. 24, only 24 got that one. So, anyway, let's get on to the actual winners, and Brian's going to walk through what the winners, the individual winners, what the winners receive, and then who the winners are.
All right, take it away. So, the winners for this year's Tire Squeal, and you're going to announce the winners after I read each one, or how did you wish to do that, Phil?
Yeah, let's just start with number 3 and work our way up.
You got it.
I'll read the points and who won them.
So, we'll start with the third place individual or solo. So third place solo for this year's Tire Squeal was the recipient of a gift card for detailing services at Pristine Auto Spa, one of our sponsors, a food gift card or a gift card wherever you wish from Motor Vault, the third place trophy, which as we all know is priceless.
Yes.
An event hat and an event t-shirt.
Yep.
So, Phil, who is the winner for the third place solo this year?
Third place goes to Jimmy Brettel. And I hope, Jimmy, I've said your last name correctly. Anyway, Jimmy had 1,647 points. So,
thank you, Jimmy.
Nice job. Very
nice
job.
Great work. We hope you come back again for the Tire Squeal next year.
Absolutely.
And we'll contact you for these prizes.
And I believe also Jimmy was the organizer for one of the teams. So,
fantastic. Yeah, well, thank you for your efforts all around, Jimmy.
Yep.
Hope you and the teams had fun as well. Phil, let's move on to the second place.
Let's do it.
So second place solo, and I forgot to include the values, so it is important for us because the sponsors donate the money or donate the prizes. The value of second place was $1,200. So Pristine Auto Spa, again, another donation for a $500 gift card.
Nice.
The IndyCar Racing Experience for a 2-seater IndyCar ride-along.
Very cool.
Phil, it is incredible.
Yes.
And another gift card from Motor Vault for $100 to wherever you wish. You just let me know. And it's hard to put that value on any of these prizes, Phil, because when you include the trophy,
it kind of goes ballistic. It just out of this world.
And then the event t-shirt and hat.
Also almost priceless.
They are.
And if you don't run them through the wash too many times, they remain priceless, which is really the great part.
That's a very good point, Phil.
But, if you do wear it out, you play again next year and get a fresh one. So that's the awesome part
of
it. Yes. And so second place this year goes to Jamil Zafar, and she did a great job and actually hit 2,000 points.
2,000?
Yep. So
2,000 points, Phil.
Pretty awesome.
Astonishing. Jamil, thank you so much for your donations and time.
Absolutely.
We look forward to contacting you on the second place prize.
All right, let's do the big one, because the big one is a big one this year.
So the big one, we tried to change a few items, and it was really working with Indianapolis Cars and Coffee to get this done, Phil.
Yes, it was, and so thanks to them.
So the first place solo for this year, again, it was a value of $2,650, and we put plus because, again, everything is priceless, including this year's event. So let's get on to what they actually win, Phil.
Because this is a cool one. Very
Phil,
cool.
We'd like to extend a huge thank you to Tom Wood Automotive Group and Tom Wood Porsche specifically, as they donated a mid versus rear engine driving experience at the Porsche Experience Center in Atlanta.
Wow.
I mean, that alone, Phil.
Yeah.
Right?
Very
Just
cool.
entries to, and then they also are providing airfare to and from Atlanta.
Yeah.
So, Phil,
that's an amazing prize.
Amazing prize, Phil. I almost wonder, though, if that first place plaque on the trophy is as amazing that they win. You know,
Hard to know. No, it is. The first place is that's the ultimate.
that is the ultimate.
It is.
So the
I mean,
first
you think
place
of it with-
solo trophy, once again, incredible.
Yeah.
And another event hat and T-shirt. Phil, who did win this year's first place solo?
Well, somebody that we've seen before, Cash Abdul Rahman,
Mr. Cash.
who astonishingly hit 3,000 points.
How incredible, Cash. We can't thank you enough for your continued support and donations to Gleaners.
And your support every year.
Yes,
You've been
and
a
continued
long-term
support.
supporter. So, yeah, that's probably close to the nicest prize package that we've ever had,
And
or
I-
the coolest for sure.
And I think since last year, Phil, we increased our donations across the board by almost $2,000 this
yeah,
year.
it's very nice. Yeah.
So thank you all for participating. We will contact the three winners we just mentioned, and we'll continue on to additional prizes.
Okay. As stated in the rules, there were 1,200, a minimum of 1,250 points that had to be scored by a participant to be put into the random drawing hat. So we took the three winners out because they did pretty well. There were a total of 11 people that scored over 1,250, which leaves 8 more. And I'm going to read off the names as I put them in the hat.
And Phil, let's talk about the hat really quick, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
So this is the Tire Squeal Schweinefiletring hat, and this is a brand new hat that we've just pulled out of the vault.
And they have to be stored in vault because they are very valuable.
Very valuable.
Very rare.
And we are going to use this hat with no tape on the bottom, so everyone's name will float around. And we'll put these names in the hat after Phil reads them.
All right. The first one that goes in was the next, and I'm just going to go ahead and read these down in points order, just so everybody can see. Gene Hoskins with 1,478 points.
Great job, Gene.
Drew Schultz, I probably should say that. Drew Schultz with 1,466.
Could have been worse. How you pronounce that, you know?
Yeah. Brian Hodel, 1,457.
Nice. Great work, Drew and Brian.
Michael Foster at 1,418.
Great work, Michael.
Shelley Turner got an even 1,400.
All right, Shelley.
Matt and Rick Allen, a father and son group, 1,315.
Oh, it's nice to see a father and son
Yeah,
team.
they had a good time. James Stecker, 1,311. And the final one that got over 1,250, Joel, and I'm probably going to apologize ahead, Lukauer, or
Nice.
Luchauer. So whichever, you made it, Joel, with 1,302.
So, yeah, James and Joel, congratulations.
So those are the 8 that are going to go in. You want to shake them around and... All right. So, you want to read what the random draw, just to get the
Yeah.
excitement going? What do random draws get?
So the random draws. So the first random drawing gets another $100 gift card from Motorvault to your choice of
Yep.
facility.
In fact, they all get that same, all 3.
Oh, well,
There's not
perfect,
really a
Phil.
first, second, but
Can you
they're-
believe that?
Well,
And we didn't want to just buy gift cards to one place because you may not like Applebee's, you may not like Ocean Prime,
or you may
you
live
may
out
like-
of town.
you may live out of town. So we figured we'll just leave it up to you to let us know, and we'll procure those gift cards. And then they also win an Elite hat
And a shirt,
and a T-shirt, which
which
we don't have on.
All right. You want to...
Yep, let me shake them up one more time, Phil.
Okay.
All right, Phil.
All right, without looking, the first one, well, Matt and Rick Allen.
Woohoo!
So let me write, I'm going to write these down as we go
All right.
so we can update the database. All right, number 2. Shelley Turner.
Shelley. We have
And Shelly did something nice this year. I think I certainly appreciate it, and it's a smart way to raise more money. She did the matching donation with her company.
Fantastic.
So a little bit more goes to Gleaners. And the last one, Brian Hodel.
Brian Hodel. Congratulations. Matt, Shelley, and Brian, this year's randoms.
Okay, so those will all go in the list. Now, let's talk a little bit about teams.
Yes. What do we got on teams, Phil?
Make one note here. All right. So this year, teams were a little different. Normally in the past, we've had sort of some of the same teams running over and over again, scoring big points. And we had a couple of different ones who haven't scored big points in the past jump into it.
That's awesome.
So the rules were you had to have 3 members of your team score points. In other words, you couldn't have 5 people on the team, only one score points. That's not a valid team from a winning standpoint. And we ended up having 4 teams that had at least 3 people that scored points. And and I'm going to read them backwards. I'm going to go ahead and read the 4th one. They don't win, but I do appreciate it because I had a number of people, which was Crossroad Corvettes at 5,915 total points. So they did a good job.
Phil, can you tell us roughly how many cars just by the points are involved?
It's really hard to do that.
Okay.
And sorry, I probably should have had those numbers.
No worries.
I do not have that in front of me.
No problem.
So let's go into the winners, and we're going to start with number 3 and work our way to number 1. And these points will rise dramatically as we get into it.
So let me tell them what third place is, Phil.
Go for it.
So for this year's third place team, with a value of $800, includes a Pristine Auto Spa gift card for $500, third place team trophy,
Yep.
priceless, 5, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, 5 event t-shirts and hats. So that's
Yes.
thanks to the teams for participating. We always want to make sure we reward you. So thank you.
And hopefully everybody on the team will get one. You can decide how you spread it out amongst yourselves, but there's plenty of swag here for a full team.
Do you mean like somebody gets one fender detailed and somebody else gets a rear hatch?
I leave that to the teams to work that out.
Perfect.
Or maybe just get a shirt and wear it proudly. Okay, so third place was Hoosier BMW with 7,204 total points. Good job, guys.
Hoosier BMW.
Second place.
Well, let's talk about second place, Phil.
It gets even better.
So second place gets another Pristine Auto Spa gift card valued at $500. A gift card from Motorvault to wherever you would like to go. The second place team trophy, priceless. And again, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 event t-shirts and hats.
How about that? How about them apples? Pig apples. All right, and second place, a club that has participated strongly every year, the Mini Club of Indiana, 9,936 points.
9,000?
Incredible.
It's a mini club. Thank you for your participation and support.
Very much.
Well, Phil.
Then we had a new one come in. So let's talk about first place.
All right. Well, first place. Another sponsor who's been a very long supporter of this event.
Yep.
So first place team, which is valued at $2,000, includes an Experience the Club Pass with driving instructor at Putnam Park Road Course. That's amazing, Phil. That's a value of $1,200.
Yeah, that's fun
Again,
stuff.
you can't even put $1,200 because it's priceless.
It's an experience. They've never done that before.
And after you take that car on track, you can head over to Pristine Auto Spa because they're including another $500 gift card.
Wow.
Just amazing. And then again, the team trophy. First place team trophy.
What can we say? It's priceless.
And How many event T-shirts and hats, Phil?
I'm gonna hazard a guess that we're at 5 again.
5. That's right, Phil. 5 event T-shirts and hats.
We're nothing else if not consistent.
Phil, and who is the first place team winner this year?
Well, one that we are not used to seeing, but put on a tremendous show. Circle City Corvette Club with a whopping 10,499 points. They get all of that swag for themselves. Amazing.
10,499.
Yep. And judging by the pictures, it looks like they had a really good time.
Fantastic. Hey, Phil, let's give it up for our teams.
Good job, guys.
And thank you for all the teams who continue to support this event. We want to make it a fun event, and we really encourage teams to get together, create your own teams. You have a bit more fun with some of the other people, and eat lunch together, sit down, break some bread, break some pork, I guess, for the event. And at the end of the day, it's all for Gleaners Food Bank. I just want to quickly remind everyone that Phil and I do this out of the goodness of our hearts. And the best thing about this event is, Phil, we don't touch a dollar.
Yep.
Every donation is through the Gleaners Food Bank portal.
Yep.
Goes straight to Gleaners.
It's 100%.
Yep.
A dollar in is a dollar at Gleaners. And it's the same with the prizes. The prizes are all donated directly from the sponsors, and we don't have to, don't touch them. So there's nothing off the top there.
Perfect.
So it is.
Well, there might be a few gift cards, like $10, I would say.
Okay. All right. Now, just for all you winners, I will be later today sending out emails to everybody that won, just again to remind you that in case you didn't see this wonderful presentation, so you know that you've won and what you'll need to do. Apparel winners, that is the people that donated the $50 to get the shirt, or the $100 to get the shirt and the hat. I'll be sending out emails as well. Tell you how you can come by Motor Vault to pick those up. And so really at this point, there's nothing that you need to do, but just wait a little bit if you're one of the winners, because we still need to get the trophies with the names on them now. And that will take a few days, not long, but a few days to get that done.
Maybe 2 weeks, Phil.
Yeah.
Because we just need to submit first.
Yeah, we have to submit. And so when those are in, then we can give you the whole prize.
So you might want to wait to pick up your attire if you are one of the winners, so we have the trophy at the same time.
But I'll include that in message to the winners that are going to get something like that. So anyway, I'd like to also, Brian, would you like to just remind everybody who the sponsors are again this year?
Phil, we couldn't do it without our sponsors.
Yep.
And several of the sponsors, including Tom Wood Porsche, Putnam Park Road Course, and Pristine Auto Spa. We're definitely, we lean on them and can't thank them enough for their generous donations to this event. Indy Racing Experience has been with us since day one.
Yes.
We can't thank the team at Indy Racing Experience. Phil, Josh, that works with me at Motor Vault, got him a Indy Racing Experience 2-seater for the day after the Indy 500 this year.
Nice.
And I think
it was awesome. Yeah.
Yay, Josh.
Definitely a memorable experience. And then also on behalf of myself and Josh and the team at Motor Vault, we definitely made a small financial donation as well as our time, and
one. Yes.
Wanted to make sure we pushed over that hump.
Yeah.
And Indianapolis Cars and Coffee, another event group that's really held us accountable to make sure that we're doing as we said, and we can't thank them enough for helping us promote the event. And Quick Trophy. Quick Trophy's been with us since day one. Quick Trophy is a fantastic company to work with. They've provided the trophies for the amazing event winners since I guess
since day
inception.
One. Yeah.
Okay,
since day one. Yeah, they've done all 5 years. They've donated the trophies.
Right. They may wonder though when I send the email this year if Cash does he need a new plaque, or is this a mistake?
Well, I I assume Cash is built an addition to his house at this point to put his trophies.
So, thank you greatly to all our
Yeah.
sponsors. We can't thank you enough.
Yeah, we have a good time doing this.
And we have a lot of fun. You know, Phil scouts these routes a couple times in advance prior to the events every year. Keeps adding some amazing riddles. So Phil's really taken this event to the extreme by helping out and being retired now.
Yeah,
I think hopefully he enjoys it as much as I do.
So we'll figure out what next year is going to look like. Don't know what kind of changes will be in effect. Brian and I will talk about that over the winter, determine if we need to make changes, what changes we might want to do. I would also suggest send info@tiresqueal.com a message and let us know if you've got ideas. We're always open to them. You know, I was thinking the other day, I mean, the ring is great. The Schweinefiletring is fantastic. I was thinking, do we need a Ham Hockenheim ring, you know, or something like that?
Ham Hocken. Oh my gosh,
yeah.
Phil.
Sorry, if you don't know what we're talking about, that's another German racetrack, the Hockenheim ring, the Ham Hockenheim.
You're giving
ring.
away secrets, Phil.
Well, you know, I may just have to trademark that one too. All right.
Well,
thank you, everybody.
I think, is that it?
I think that's it.
Well, we'll see you next year in 2024. Look forward to seeing everybody. We'll probably do it about the same time.
Yeah, that's
next
something
year.
we'll talk about as well.
Okay.
Would appreciate people's feedback on that as well. You normally do it in June, a little bit warmer. The weather was fantastic in September. I know it's a little hard to get downtown Bloomington. We'll take that into account again next year just because of ball games and things, and school being in session.
Okay.
So there's a few things that we'll be analyzing and trying to determine if we need to make changes just based on the first time that we've done it in the fall. But other than that, I think it went really well.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much to everybody, and again, our sponsors. And thank you to Gleaner's Food Bank for the support. So we look forward to seeing you in 24.
Squeal on.